Hi. In another of my videos, I talked about the importance of creative imagination in speaking to audiences, and how by writing fiction you can develop the ability to be able to put scenes in the minds of your audience. This is what is needed. They have to be able to visualize to some degree what you are talking about, so that those visions evoke the emotions which will have influence upon them. This is what a speaker is endeavouring to do. Influence, persuade, change the views of the audience in some way. Or else maybe simply to entertain them. In this book, Sailor Boy Blue, which I wrote many years ago, I'm going to read just one paragraph. I could have said, for example, if I was a speaker, the sailors lined up on the quarterdeck of the ship and after inspection they went ashore. What does that do really? Doesn't do much at all. If you don't mind elaborating, you could have said something like this. There was movement throughout the ship as 50 sailors made their way to the space aft. They formed up in 2 lines on the open steel deck. Behind the sailors, the town looked tantalizingly close. One could almost see it smiling. All the leave-goers were immaculately dressed. White shorts and shirts, long blue socks to the knees, black shining shoes, and on their heads the ridiculous little round caps bearing the ship's name, the caps that haven't changed in 100 years. The coxswain, acting as the ship's master-at-arms, calls them to attention and then strides to the high-top desk which stands under the sheltering canvas awning in one corner of the quarterdeck. There, along with the officer of the watch, he waits for God to arrive. Such authority arrives in the form of the captain. The skipper appears and takes his place behind the judicial bench. He stands majestically, resplendent in his spotless whites, the gold badge glistening dully on his peaked cap. In a soft nasal voice he orders imperiously, "Call Donovan. Will you please, Chief?" Can you get the picture? Sailors getting ready to go ashore in the Australian Navy back in the 50s. So different then. Discipline. Officers were regarded as almost a superior race. And the sailors are looking forward to going ashore. Now you could say that, as I said, simply. And perhaps you can't put that into a speech. It's a bit too long, but you get the picture. If you get the picture in your mind, the audience has a better chance of getting the picture in their mind. As a speaker, we are to put moving pictures in the minds of our audiences. Get away from those visuals if you can. Get away from the PowerPoints, the models, the demonstrations, and hit them with story. Story which moves them. Stories they can see and feel. That's where the power of a speaker really lies.